Good evening. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network presents the DCTV 4-H Evening News Program for Tuesday, March 28, 2016. With camera people Edward, video engineer and producer Nate McNaderson, teleprompter Dan, with news anchor, meteorologist, and indeed everything, Devlin. And this is your news director, Nate McNaderson. And now the news.
Good evening and welcome to the DCTV 4-H News and Weather Program. Help keep our kids' news show on the air by becoming a sponsor. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. Thank you, and now the news. Special notice. It is spring and time for the 9 Health Fair. The 9 Health Fair will be at the Dove Creek High School April 2nd. Transportation for seniors will be available through the Senior Center. Call 970-562-4626 for a ride or for more information. Veterans may call Rick Brown at 970-677-3200 for transportation. If you need more information, call Todd Parisi at 970-739-5654. Hello, I'm Devlin, and the following story is from the Denver Post. Saved by recent snow, Colorado water supply forecast is optimistic. Colorado's snowpack and stream flows are at normal or even better levels, setting up a relatively smooth summer, climate officials said Tuesday. SNOTEL data up in March 2028 shows snowpack at median or above in most of the mountains. Stream flows at 80% of the 115 monitors were at normal levels or higher. These include the Colorado River and headwaters on the west slope.
Snowpack serves as a slow-release water storage system and is therefore closely watched by irrigators and municipal supply managers. We were getting nervous and uneasy a couple of weeks ago because of the lack of March snow. It looks as if we are losing snowpack, but the last 2 weeks with colder and stormier weather, we are pretty much good for this time of year, state climatologist Nolan Deskin said. We are looking pretty good into July on water supply. Municipal water supplies are in great shape. Agricultural supplies may need a little more yet. The southeastern portion of the state remains dry, registering it on federal drought monitors. Weather forecasters are looking for temperature increases over the next 2 weeks that will accelerate snow melting and runoff. They are also looking for significant precipitation. The following story is from the Denver Post. Richard Branson and Boom Technology may build the next generation supersonic plane in Denver. The next supersonic airplane could be built in Metro Denver, and Richard Branson is counting on it. Boom Technology Incorporated, a startup which left Silicon Valley for Arapahoe County, has set up shop in a Centennial Airport hangar to develop a 40-seat aircraft that can fly to London from New York in 3.4 hours. Branson's Virgin Galactic has committed to provide development services for Boom and signed an option to buy 10 planes. Boom also said it signed a similar deal with an unnamed European carrier for 15 planes. With $5 billion worth of options on the books, Boom's 11-person team of seasoned aerospace and software engineers wants to succeed where the luxury Concorde did not. We're building a supersonic airplane that's actually affordable to fly, Boom founder and CEO Blake Scholl said. Boom unveiled its design last week. If all goes as planned, the sleek little plane would use proven technology, carbon fiber composites, propulsion systems, and airframe materials to reach speeds of Mach 2.2 or 1,451 miles per hour, but burn fuel far more efficiently than the Concorde, which was mothballed in 2003. This sports story is from the Denver Post. Knicks' Carmelo Anthony shocked by a child's hug during game. Carmelo Anthony says he was momentarily shocked when he felt someone grasping at his thigh as he stood near the top of the key in the final minute of the New York Knicks game against the New Orleans Pelicans on Monday night. When he saw it was a young boy who'd somehow slipped through security to give him a hug, his instinct was to react with an affectionate pat on the head. The boy ran onto the court during a stoppage in play with the Knicks on their offensive end, then was shooed back off the court by game official Kevin Cutler. The chief of arena security at the Smoothie King Center declined to comment on the incident, so it was not immediately clear if the boy or his guardian were cited in any way or removed from the building. In New York City, the so-called Calvin Klein law subjects those who walk onto the court during a game to arrest and fines. The law was passed back in 2003 after fashion designer Calvin Klein walked onto the court at Madison Square Garden and attempted to chat with Knicks player Latrell Sprewell. This story is also from the Denver Post. Colorado Parents' Bill of Rights dies in the House of Representatives for the second year. Representatives in the State House Committee killed legislation Monday aimed at giving parents more say in custody cases as well as in their children's education and health care. The vote was 5-4 along party lines. Opponents argued that the Parents' Bill of Rights, as supporters called it, could be interpreted as to allow parents to opt out their children from vaccinations, sex education, and birth control. The bill, which was killed for the second year in a row, was supported by the National Parents Organization, which pushes back on family law that has favored primary custody. No loving and fit parent should ever lose the inherent right to spend significant, meaningful time with his or her child, said Dr. Ned Holstein, the organization's founder and board chairman. Representative Gordon Kingland-Schmidt, a Republican from Colorado Springs, said the bill was about clarity and rights. Parental rights to me are already constitutional, but this bill would clarify and make absolutely clear that unless the government has a compelling interest, they cannot take away a parent's rights to raise their children, he said. Now for dumb laws in New York. It is illegal to congregate in public with 2 or more people while each wearing a mask or any face coverings which disguises your identity. It is against the law to throw a ball at someone's head for fun. The penalty for jumping off a building is death. New Yorkers cannot dissolve a marriage for irreconcilable differences unless they both agree to it. A person may not walk around on Sundays with an ice cream cone in his or her pocket. While riding in an elevator, one must talk to no one, fold your hands while looking towards the door. Slippers may not be worn after 10 p.m. It is illegal for a woman to be on the street wearing body-hugging clothing. And now here's the weather. Current temperature is 30 degrees. The high for today was 48 degrees. The low was 28 degrees. Winds are from 5 to 15 miles per hour from the south. The barometer is at 29.516 inches and is falling. The humidity is at 95%. Today, there has been 0.02 of an inch of moisture measured by the DCTV weather station. Moisture for the month is 0.18 of an inch. And now here's our national weather outlook. For a change, Northern California, Oregon, and Washington are relatively clear. More inland, covering almost everything west of the Mississippi River is experiencing rain and or snow. A large high-pressure cell parked over Kentucky is keeping most of the rest of the nation clear. Exceptions are the far, far south, including the majority of Florida, and the far, far northeastern New England. And now this is a 5-day forecast. Wednesday, snow showers, high of 46, low of 20. Thursday, partly sunny, high 52, low 23. Friday, mostly sunny, high 56, low 24. Saturday, mostly sunny, high of 60, low 28. Sunday, mostly sunny, high of 64, low of 31. And now for our climate change report. This is a climatologist, and I'll be giving you the CO2 report. Carbon dioxide, CO2, is one of the principal causes of climate change, and it is important that we report the CO2 weekly change. CO2 traps heat in the atmosphere, which causes climate instability, resulting in significant swings worldwide of moisture and hot and cold temperatures. The following are the CO2 numbers for this week. CO2 for the week of March 20th, 2016 in parts per million is 405.62. CO2 2 weeks ago, 404.74. CO2 last year is 401.43. CO2 10 years ago, 382.76. And CO2 50 years ago was 322.39. Thank you, Dr. Peter Tanz of the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration and Michael McGee of the CO2.Earth website for this information. Remember that you can help keep our kids' news show on the air by buying a sponsorship. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. Thank you. Now back to our news director.
That's the end of today's DCTV 4-H News program. This is your news director saying good night and thank you for watching.